6:34, so I'm running like 5 minutes behind when I wanted to leave, so I'm gonna make this quick. The next clip that I wanted to insert is like, a little clip of me driving, but I listen to the NPTE Clinical Files podcast while I'm driving, and since I use my phone to like record my videos, like I can't be playing my podcast and being like recording, so I'm not going to include a little clip. I might make like a screenshot and put a little like blurb, something, so you can see.
Long ago that I struggle with anxiety, lack of confidence, and the fear of failing the NPTE. Fast forward through the challenges, the 13 standardized test failures, and many lessons learned, and you'll see the life I have today. A life filled with love, financial freedom, and a dream job that allows me to change lives every single day. I created the NPTE Clinical Files podcast to give you simple, actionable strategies along with a step-by-step walkthrough of NPTE-based questions. All of this so that you can dominate your exam like I did and achieve your dream. So if you're a driven PT student who's looking to pass the NPTE and start creating a life you love, you're in the right place. Enjoy the show. For this week's clinical...
If you are studying for the NPTE, I highly recommend Calrice's podcast because it even helped me with some of the questions from comps. So yeah, highly recommend that. So yeah, I'm going to put that on and drive to clinic.
Oh, hi, Jazzy. You're a good girl.
Voiceover Anna taking over to show you the binders and notebooks that I bring to clinic. First and foremost being my planner. I like this one because it has time slots, so I write down when the patients come in. I didn't do very well this day, but normally I write down when the patients come in, and there's a note section where I write down like what I do with the patients, and then it obviously has like, the month, so I can see my schedule since I work every day usually. And then this one, I take notes for like evaluations, and then as some other notes that I take in there. This binder I call the Bible, and I made these little templates for initial evals. So I use those and use like a dry erase marker. And then my weekly assignments are in there, and then the rest of the binder is made up of notes from my classes throughout PT school. So I have Foundations of Physical Therapy is the first section, and then I have Biomechanics in the next section. So just kind of showed you like a few things through there. And then I also have some notes from my Musculoskeletal Therapeutics in the back. So this is what I use to reference, and it's really helpful. All right, so we are on lunch now. Obviously, because of like HIPAA and everything, I didn't actually film me working on any patients for patient privacy and all that. So show you like, lunch and everything, and then maybe once I go into my car, then I'll like kind of tell you what we did with the patients and everything today. So let's play. So I decided to do a little tour of the clinic. So this is our little office area, and then you go through, and this is our kitchen. So this is where I was doing my breakfast this morning. We have washer and dryer for laundry, and then our own kind of employee bathroom back here. And then where that clip was previously made is this room with the lockers. So we close it because we had Jazzy there today so that she doesn't run throughout the clinic, but people can change in here, and sometimes people work out on their lunch break. I usually take that time to take a nap, so I keep my backpack in here. And I was finished with lunch. Sorry, I forgot to take a video of that, but you already saw what I brought for lunch this morning. So I just put my lunch bag away, and then there's Jazzy again. She is so cute. So she was obviously out in the clinic because it was lunchtime. So this is the treatment area with all the beds. This clinic used to be an old church, so that's why it's kind of structured the way that it is. And then we've got kind of this open area that we can, you know, use the equipment that's over here, dumbbells, all that kinds of stuff. And then we've got ellipticals and things like that. People were working out, so I didn't end up taking a like full video. And then Jazzy was trying to say hi to me again as I was trying to leave. But yeah, so that's kind of the clinic area. And then if you go through here, we also have a downstairs area that I'll show you. So that's the front of the clinic. We're owned by Banner. And then down these stairs is where the like bathrooms are. I didn't show that, but then once you get all the way down, we have like this functional training area. So we have a trainer that has clients down here, and sometimes we'll use this area for some of our higher athletic patients, but that's about it. So then this is when I normally go outside. There's our sign. It was very cloudy this day, which I loved, so that means it was nice and cool. So I'll talk in my car next. Give you a little mini tour of the clinic. So it used to be an old church, so that's kind of why it looks like that thing, whatever. Downstairs, that's like the functional like training area, so I didn't like, you know, go too much in there. We don't really spend too much time down there, but there's like a personal trainer that does a lot of his clients and stuff down there. Yeah, so that was just like little mini tour of the clinic. And then I eat lunch usually like inside. I forgot to take a little like video of it, but I normally watch like a YouTube video, so obviously like I can't like record myself because you know the whole thing, because I use my phone to make videos. But yeah, so I usually like sit at somebody's desk that wasn't there today. He's usually doing other stuff at lunch, so I usually like sit there to eat my lunch, and then I come out to my car and either like watch more YouTube videos, or usually I take a nap. So if you saw this morning, I have a pillow and a blanket back here, and I also have a face mask thing. This is from Echo Smith. I went to their concert and had like a VIP backstage pass and got a sleeping mask. So I like literally like put that like over my eyes. I recline my seat, have my pillow here, sometimes blanket depending on how hot or cold it is. If you saw like the sky today, it's pretty overcast. I think it's supposed to rain today, or at least be like a lot colder than it has been. I'll usually have my AirPods in, listen to some classical music, and take a little nappy nap in my car because that's just how I roll. So yeah, like I said in my earlier clip, like I, you know, didn't take any videos of actual patients, like I said. So we were supposed to have an eval this morning, like our first patient at 7 a.m. and they canceled, so we didn't have them. We had, on Wednesdays, today's Wednesday, I think I've mentioned this before, we have a second year PT student that comes on Wednesdays. So he's in the class below me. So we had him like do a lot of stuff with patients today so that he can get like, you know, more hands-on experience and stuff. Because I remember when I was a second year student in my once a week clinicals, it was like really hard to like know what to do, like, you know, and sometimes the CI like, you know, doesn't know like what you know, so like it takes a while to like, you know, build that trust and like communication. And so like, and it's been hard since like I'm also a student, so, you know, I'm trying to like teach him stuff that I've been learning as well. So kind of, I feel like that's been like helping me like understand things. We had him work on a few patients today, so I think we like tag team. One of my patients that I eval'd a couple weeks ago, he had a bicycle accident and basically like fractured like his whole like left side of his body, his clavicle, his sternum, and all 12 ribs on the left side. Yeah, so that was gnarly, but that was back like in December. So like he, you know, everything was fixed and everything, but he has like limited shoulder range of motion because of all that. So we've been working on that. So I had the second year student, his name's Ryan. I had him like do his like soft tissue, and then we kind of like tag team stretching him. And then Ryan worked on my meniscectomy patient, doing like his soft tissue and stretching. We had him work on this other shoulder guy. I did an assessment on like this one guy that usually comes in and kind of does his own thing. But, like, he wanted to actually like be like officially like assessed like with physical therapy, so he was put on the schedule and the whole thing. So I kind of did like a mini eval with him, and then ran him, you know, through some exercises and whatnot. Danielle did manual on him because she does scraping and like dry needling. So that was that. Yeah, so the morning wasn't too bad. It went by pretty fast. Our afternoon is supposed to be like really busy. We're double booked at 1, and then pretty much like every slot after that is taken. So yeah, it's fun. So that's you know, how the day is gonna go. Then I'll let you know like how the afternoon was and patients and whatnot, and that'll be my little day in the life. So hope you are enjoying so far. I realized how like awkward I would feel about like recording. But our afternoon was crazy. We had like double book at 1, so like right after lunch, and then like literally patients like every half hour. I think we were double booked again at like 2 or 2:30. We had an eval thrown at us, but the second year Ryan did it so that he could get some practice doing like subjective stuff. So that was cool because I was working on somebody. I had somebody else like do their exercises so that like I could finish working on the person I was working on before I worked on them. So it's just been crazy. I felt like, you know, real pressure. Friday is supposed to be like even worse because one of our PTs is out. So it's only us and a PTA on Friday because the other PTA doesn't work. So that's gonna be cray-cray. But yeah, afternoon was wild. So we just have one patient left here right now, but he's like an old patient. He used to come here and then stop for a while, and then he was just coming like in the evenings to get like dry needling or something like that. But he's like now officially like back on the schedule, so he's just here finishing up some stuff. See if Danielle wants to say hi maybe. Otherwise that'll pretty much be it for the day in the life more in detail. So if she wants to come on, then I'll insert a clip after this. So yeah. All right, sorry, one more clip. I didn't ask Danielle if she wanted to say hi because we still had that one patient, so she had to go like help him with stuff. But she did like do some stuff on my shoulder. I've been having like upper trap like tightness, and like sometimes when I wake up in the morning it feels like really stiff, and like when I try to depress my shoulder it like hurts. So she did like some like trigger point stuff. I wish I like left my phone on the counter, so I would have asked if I could like record her doing it because it was like pretty gnarly. But yeah, I forgot my phone. So anyway, oh, this dude's bright. Hello. Yeah, so that was the end of the day. I am now going to go pick up sushi for Tony and I, because that patient and Danielle and the tech, we were all like talking about sushi, because like Danielle and I don't like fish, but like I was like, I like certain kinds of sushis, like I'm very picky. And then Tony texted me asking what he wanted for dinner, and I was like, I don't know, like leftovers or something, like, and he was like, I don't want that. I was like, well, we were all talking about sushi, but we've been eating out a lot, so I don't know. And he's like, we have, but now I want sushi. So I'm gonna go pick up sushi. So that's gonna be officially it. So I just wanted to pop in and insert that. So we're almost at the end. I don't think I mentioned this, but it is week 7. So one more day of week 7. Today's Wednesday. I think I mentioned that. So I've only got 3 more weeks at this location. It's gonna go by fast, but you know, it's been a good time so far. I'll probably honestly like do it at the end unless there's like, you know, something big that happens. I don't know if I mentioned it in my other clips. I did have like my midterm like eval thing. So like I had to evaluate myself, my CI had to evaluate me, and then like it sends that to the school. And so my program or my clinical director came in and said hi, and like I gave her a tour and everything, and she says like my midterm looked really good. Danielle and I are pretty much on the same page about like what I need to work on and things like that. It went really well. And then obviously I have the final one during the last week. I have to do an in-service project, which we talked about it, and I'm gonna do like a protocol comparison between different like ACL reconstructions. So like if they had a hamstring graft, if they had, you know, meniscectomy, you know, things like that, and comparing like the protocols for rehab. So I'm gonna start working on that because I've only got 3 weeks left. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm already running a little behind, so I'm gonna pick up our sushi, and that's it. So stay tuned for the end.